A picture is a snapshot of your history. Vision is a preview of your future. Chapter 18. Changing your pictures. Every artist dips his brush in his own soul and paints his own nature into his pictures. Henry Ward Beecher. The Encarta Dictionary defines the word picture as follows. 1. To imagine or have an image of somebody or something in mind. 2. A vivid image or impression in the mind of how somebody or something looks. Pictures are still shots of the past or can be imagery of an imagined future. You've heard the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Pictures do, in fact, tell stories. The stories may not necessarily be true, but they are stories nonetheless. You've seen portraits of families who look so happy together, but later you discover there was significant turmoil and pain. Or perhaps you've seen someone's picture on social media or dating site. They look young, fit, and attractive, but when you meet them in person, you realize things are not always as they seem. If I look through your photo albums or through the batches of pictures you possess that haven't quite made it into the albums, I'd be able to see a lot about your life, your family, your adventures, your jobs, and your accomplishments. Your album would be riddled with graduations, housewarmings, baby showers, weddings, and ribbon cuttings. The pictures would tell many a story, building year after year. Much of what I saw would be fractional, some perhaps fantasy or complete fallacy, but all would be a depiction of where you'd been. The first definition of the word picture is to imagine or to have an image of somebody or something in mind. I like this description the best because it asserts the idea of imagination, not simply a factual image, but an imagination. So now that I've visited your past by way of your photo album, what do you possess that allows me to visit your future? Where would I find the 1,000 words describing your next chapter, your future? Imagery, as we've already discussed, is important in making a believer out of you and those around you. It acts as a motivator, stimulator, and fuel to force you to continue reaching for newer and higher heights. Before my husband and I were married, we would go out on the weekends and look at houses. We would take the floor plans of the house we visited and put them on the refrigerators in our individual apartments. Once we settled on a house and the financing scrutiny began, we placed the picture of that specific floor plan in our respective apartments and began calling it our house. We imagined what we'd put in each of the rooms, whose furniture would go where. He would ask me, "You still got the picture up?" "Of course," I'd answer. We took this process very seriously. I remember my husband was challenged by the lender because of information concerning his credit. It was an error, which actually was a part of his father's credit history, but neither of us knew that at the time. We were not moved one bit. We were so completely fixed on the image we'd been seeing each day that we could not imagine anything other than us living in that house. Of course, my husband's credit was corrected and the matter redeemed. Just a few months later, we were married and living in the house we had imagined. Imagery matters. Pictures matter. They help shape your dreams, your hopes, and your expectations. They are the building blocks of what could be, and they support what you believe. So what types of pictures surround your home? Are they simply pictures of what is? Or do you have anything that suggests where you will be going? People hoping to make it to Paris one day may have posters, photos, or clocks shaped like the Eiffel Tower. Surrounding oneself with imagery reinforces the reality of the inevitability. So, prepare for your inevitability by creating your future on paper, corkboard, or poster board. Many people who undertake projects like this use names like dream board, but a dream is a goal without a date or definite ending. There will be a definite ending to your chapter, and it will come to pass. So instead, I choose to call it a vision board. It is something that you've seen with spiritual eyes, and now others will see with physical eyes. Take a trip to your local craft store and pick up the supplies you'll need. You can be as sophisticated or understated as your wallet and your imagination takes you. Consider the collage you'll make on your vision board. Consider this a visual summary of your new story, the corresponding cover to your new chapter. What would that look like? Begin by giving it a title. Talk show host, married and marvelous, renowned baker, weight loss success story. Make sure your picture is on the collage somewhere. You may want to take a new picture with your winning smile, or perhaps styled the way you will look when you complete your goal. Then surround your pictures with magazine cutouts and photos that reflect all of what your fulfilled goal will encompass. The building, the people, the furnishings, the home, the business name, etc. You should be able to see every aspect of your dream featured on your vision board. Once complete, be sure to place your vision board prominently where it can be regularly seen. You want to view it each day until it becomes a familiar image. When visitors drop by and ask about your display, be sure to explain your mission, your dream, and your goal. Ask them if they think there should be something else on your collage that you are missing. Engaging others will only add fuel to your passion and will also provide another layer of accountability. Invite your friends to support and encourage you as well as rebuke you when your actions are contrary to the dream you've displayed. As you begin to realize milestones on your display, circle them and write things like "yeah" or "did it" or "done." You and everyone else who walks by that display will see your progress. Their celebration and your own pride will empower you to be diligent until it all is realized.